The sea was still unnaturally so. The obsidian black ship known as the Lucida cut through the twilight waters, her hull sleek and almost alien in design. Above, stars flickered like they were watching. 10 voyagers stood atop the deckmen and women of striking beauty, intellect, and presence. Each one bore the look of someone who had left everything behind to seek the impossible. They had no flag. No nation claimed them. They belonged only to the mission, to find what was hidden. Ahead of them, the towering myth stood reality Ice Walll, rising 300 feet into the sky, smooth as polished marble and humming with a low, ancient sound. A narrow vertical opening had appeared in its heart, glowing softly, inviting them through. As they passed into the chasm, time began to warp. The ship's instruments went haywire, compasses spun like mad, and light itself stretched unnaturally. Even sound changed, echoing like it was underwater. The air grew heavy, electric. Then, without warning, the fog cleared. To either side of the vessel loomed 2 colossal statues, embedded deep in the ice, guardians of unimaginable age, each over 200 feet tall, forged from a fusion of stone, flesh, and ancient metal. One was male, the other female, clad in cracked armor, inscribed with glowing runes. Their expressions were solemn, their eyes closed. Hands gripped fractured swords taller than towers. "They look alive," whispered Zara, the ship's lead navigator. No one spoke. All instinct said the statues were watching, thinking. But they remained still, frozen in time, as the Lucida slipped silently between them, like a shadow beneath gods. Moments later, the narrow passage opened wide, and the explorers emerged into a place beyond maps, beyond myth. The ice melted away, revealing a vast inland sea, glowing emerald green under twin suns that hovered side by side in the lavender sky. Warm wind caressed their faces. Strange birds with crystalline wings darted through the air. Floating above the water were pyramids, massive and weightless, turning ever so slowly. Their edges glowed with circuits of light. Vines of bioluminescent energy tethered some to floating islands. A fleet of manta-shaped ships flew beneath the pyramid's smooth, fluid machines made of living metal and luminous crystal. On distant shores, forests of colossal, violet-leafed trees swayed over radiant rivers. Spires rose beyond them, carved like flowers in bloom. "This isn't Earth," murmured JL, brushing a lock of red hair from her visor. "Or maybe it's the Earth we were never allowed to see." They drifted to a gleaming silver shore, where sand shimmered like stardust beneath their boots. The moment they stepped off the ship, figures emerged, beings of impossible beauty and ancient strength. Some looked almost human, but taller, radiant, with eyes like swirling galaxies and skin that glowed with bioluminescence. Others were clearly not human. Elves with antlered brows, feline-eyed sorcerers, reptilian queens in flowing golden armor. Towering above them all were giants 25 feet tall, bronze-skinned and regal, wearing runic armor and wielding staffs that thrummed with power. One of the giants knelt and extended an open hand toward the explorers, not in threat, but in welcome. "They knew we were coming," said Captain Roan. His voice trembled not in fear, but reverence. Suddenly, a voice echoed not aloud, but within every explorer's mind, ancient, melodic, and omnipresent. "You are the last of the world above, the first of the world below. You were always meant to find us." The newcomers were led through floating gardens and levitating bridges made of woven light into a structure that hung above the jungle canopy like a lotus made of star metal. Inside, murals decorated the walls, not painted, but alive, moving like memory itself. The crew watched as they saw the true history unfold. The rise and fall of the Watchers, the Nephilim, the old kingdoms of Earth, and their celestial overseers. The wars that split the heavens, and the experiments that scattered humanity across dimensions. And then the future. One mural showed humans standing beside giants, working together to rebuild paradise. Another showed their own faces, arriving at this very moment. A tall woman stepped forward. Her presence quieted all thought. Her beauty was impossible, part human, part serpent, part something else entirely. Her golden reptilian eyes held both sorrow and hope. Her voice was velvet thunder. "You came through the gate not as conquerors, but as seekers," she said. "Now the truth of your world and our will be made clear. You will remember who you are, what you are meant to be." A final set of doors opened behind her, pure light pouring from beyond them, like a sunrise on creation itself. And without hesitation, the explorers stepped forward into legend, into truth, into the beginning of everything again.